It is 6:15 p.m. This is my brother.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? Sorry about that. I'm not American.
He's the much more famous brother. So this is a bit of an impromptu video. So it's the day after the previous video. So if you want to get context on today's video, go watch that one first. But I've just finished work. Today's my big day. And then we're heading for my long run. So it'll be an hour 50. It's an hour 30 easy. Last 20 minutes is a build. To the last 5 minutes of the 20 minutes is going to be at race effort. So nothing
I don't know what any of that means.
George's got some sneakers on that he's borrowed from me, and then
they're size 9s. I'm size 11, so this will be interesting.
I don't have midget feet, I swear.
I don't know if you can say that word, can you?
I mean, I don't have small feet. I'm a disability support care worker, so I'm allowed I get some. Alright, we're going to the track. And why are we going to the track if it's such a long run? Because I don't fully trust myself to run that distance without like my knee or my calf pulling up sore, but hopefully it all goes well. So we're off to the track. Let's go.
Injury or a fart coming on. It's one of the two.
It's either a fart or an injury.
Could be both.
Could be an injury from the fart. We're just gonna cruise. It's actually really nice temperature right now too. I think that's why everyone's come out of the woodworks. I haven't seen it this busy here in a while. And then George's got his drone, so stick around because we'll get some cool drone footage.
Yeah. When I'm too tired, I'll pull the drone out.
He'll probably like do 30k and then but he'll do it a bit quicker than me, and then he'll get some footage when he's done.
I'm just going to finish my 30 and then I'll come and get you to finish your 30.
He'll capture the last moment. Someone's holding the team up a bit here.
And it's not me for once. I thought it was going to be me. You're tired.
It's what happens when you're too slow.
Yeah, get left behind.
Not good enough, Flo. Yeah. Hope she takes a hard look at herself.
I'd love to make some more jokes, but I can't breathe.
Watch out for the bushes. George just asked me a good question, which I thought I would just share a pondering, because I've had a few people comment asking as well what races I'm going to target next year. And we're just chatting about like full distance versus half distance, and the fact that I'm now prepping for full distance New Zealand. And I was just saying, like, full distance is always where my heart's been. It's the full thing. Like, I do this sport because it's hard, and so you're not in it to do half the hard. He's catching some roughing. And so what will I prepare for next year after New Zealand? And I actually don't know. We're going to wait and see how this build goes, how New Zealand goes, but definitely qualifying for Nice next year is in my heart. If I did qualify, I think I would like to have a crack at age group world champs, because I think in that time frame I might be in with a chance to compete. And I love Nice. I've been there a couple times. That's where I did my first 70.3 world champs in 2019. So yeah, I just love to go back. I love doing races that like entice me, not just
you might need a cameraman on that trip, eh?
Yeah, I might need a cameraman. Click subscribe and I'll get a cameraman. Yeah, I just love doing races that like are cool venues and are epic, not just racing for racing's sake. So yeah, we'll just see how New Zealand goes, and yeah, how this build goes, and go from there. But I'm not in any rush to chase a pro license. I kind of want to just let it come to me, and just
let them come to me.
Keep doing the races I love and the races I want to do. Yeah, because I'm in the sport because I love it, not just to chase a pro license, because I believe that's a byproduct of the work. That's just a byproduct.
What do you love about it? Like, I'm not joking. Like,
oh, we got the interviewer here.
This is a painful exercise. Like, running's not fun. Well, for me anyway. And I'd say for 99% of the population. So
that was the population. You might have just missed that.
Yeah, sorry, I got out of breath. But so why do you like doing this? Is it because you like trying to do one of the hardest things in the world, or is it? Do you actually enjoy the physical activity of running? Like, are you having fun right now?
If we're gonna, honestly, I haven't shared a lot of this, but honestly, we can go deep and we can go back to when I was a child. I used to, as it's now been described to me through my psychologist, is I used to find physical activity as maybe a bit of self-harm. We're getting deep there, but like I always used to have to make myself vomit after I ran. Like I used to have to vomit after I ran, and there was something about there's something peaceful about being in that dark place. And I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about there. There's this time when everything goes silent, like, and you are just switched off because it's just you. It's just you in the moment, and there's something so peaceful about that. And so obviously I now have a healthy relationship with it, but I'm also super competitive, and I love to push myself. And then you throw in, like, it's 3 sports, and you're trying to be world class at 3 sports. Like, so then you've got nutrition, you've got strength training, you've got sleep, you've got so much that comes into it. And I just love that full-on nature of it. And yeah, and then I love the fact that, you know, life is such a uncontrollable thing, and yet this sport is, you know, 99% of the time it's quite controllable. So you get this sense of control in your life, and there's something rewarding about putting in the hard yards and seeing that result. Is just, I don't think there's anything quite like that feeling.
So I think a lot of your viewers will like hearing you be so honest about that. And I was shocked when you said it, but I reckon we've had this conversation once before about the self-harm sort of things. And I still remember when you were a kid, even when our parents got divorced, I reckon the first thing you did was go for a run.
Yeah, it actually was.
And I was sat there trying to make jokes.
And I went for a run, and doesn't that set the story for our lives? George's got a show on TV. And he's got his own YouTube channel that's popping off, and he's a real entertainer.
Oh, that's nice.
And
well, I think, we dealt with grief in different ways. Yours was to put yourself through something difficult, and mine was to cover it up and try and make other people laugh around me. Neither are probably healthy.
Yeah, and I think maybe that just goes to tell that, you know, I'm sure a lot of other people out there use sport as an escape, and probably use this crazy thing called Ironman to challenge themselves and have this sense of fight about them. For me, I think that everything in life happens for a reason, and so, you know, you can go back to, and yeah, as we've just discussed, parents divorcing or whatever, we've all got our own problems, but each of these things, even my knee injury, I've talked about that quite a fair bit, about how I'm now so grateful for it, because I've become a far better athlete, both physically and mentally, because of those things. So yeah, I don't know, I guess you can only control what you can only control.
Yeah.
And like, why not believe in the positive? Why not believe in the optimistic?
Yeah.
You know, I think so many people at, you know, this age maybe, they give up their dreams to work 9 to 5 for the secure paycheck. And, you know, I truly believe that there's nothing sadder than letting life beat the dreams out of you. So
Yeah.
You know, we only get one life. I would rather risk it all and do what I love and then live safely. For those of you that don't know or are new, we were both on Survivor, Australian Survivor. He got on 2 seasons, but the first time we went on together. And for those of you that know, Survivor is a very it's an unknown show, right? You just never know when you're going to get voted out. It is real. You are genuinely there manipulating. I guess that is.
And being manipulated.
And being manipulated 24/7. And so, and for all other, for those of you who also don't know, it was only a couple weeks before Survivor that our stepmom passed away from terminal cancer. And that was an ongoing thing for a couple of years, and it just happened to work out that it was, just before Survivor. So, sharing a little bit more about me and something I haven't talked a lot about, and I don't talk a lot about on here because I, want to keep this open space for all. And but a little bit more about me is I have a faith that what?
Whoa.
Bombshell.
Whoa.
I believe that Jesus came as God's only son, and he died for us, and I believe that God loves us, and we can have a relationship with him. And so what I share that for is to say there's a key verse that really helped me through that time and relates here to understanding that life is largely uncontrollable. And that verse is many other plans in the mind of the man, but it's the plans of the Lord that shall stand. And that's a verse I had in my head on Survivor every day, and it gave me a lot of peace, just knowing that, look, there's a plan greater here than I could imagine. And
that's what I was leaning towards with my questioning. I just didn't want to say it. I didn't want to be the first to say it on your channel.
And so, I just share that to say that's been a key part. That is a key part of why I have so much peace and just, not really fussed on the outcome, because I know that, whatever's around the corner, we'll make the most of it. And there's a purpose there. Anyway, back to the running. Alright, so George stopped running. He's got the drone. I don't know if you can see it. But we were just cruising, like 450s, just total zone 1 cruising. I'm gonna up it now to like 445, so we get a bit of zone 2 work, because that was fully zone 1. And then we're gonna jump in to the 20-minute tempo at the end, but body feels good. Enjoy the cinematic footage.
Yeah, get it, boy. Where are we at?
We're on the second effort. We're going to do about 4:20s. We're just gradually working down. Come on. Feeling good. Still just comfy. Last 10 minutes. We're sitting at 4:05s.
Loves it.
Went well.
Happy with that?
Happy. Finished at 3:55s.
Yeah.
Get the light on my beautiful face. Yeah, felt good. It was just honestly good fun. An hour 50 and just like finished with a bit of a like slight push, but nothing, not really exerting. Just it's nice to like have a little slight push at the end of the long run. So yeah, really happy and happy finished like without any pain as well. Like I know like my calf is definitely still just there, but it's just something I'm gonna have to keep managing. But like yeah, got through it all perfectly fine. So super happy. Thank you so much for coming along on another video. And yeah, this one was slightly different, I guess, and hopefully that keeps you a bit more entertained. And
What photo again?
I think we're gonna get Red Rooster tonight.
Dude,
Yeah.
I thought you were joking before.
Nah.
Sick.
Yeah, thanks for joining. Have a good night.
Say bye, Flo. Good girl.
It's got 2 fuel tanks.
I was looking at the time, you clown.
There's a second fuel tank in here as well. 2 with a switch. Right, flash.
This is the wrong content for this channel, dude.
I'm making content for your channel.
Yeah. So Red Rooster and then movie.
Yeah, I reckon.
I was a bit disappointed in Deadpool last night.
Yeah, we watched the new Deadpool and... Can you even see me in here?
Yeah, just there you go.
We watched the new Deadpool and Wolverine last night and it was thoroughly disappointing, I have to say. As a big Deadpool fan, yeah, I think they missed the mark there, I would say. Would you agree?
Yeah, it was funny, but it just...
At points, it was hilarious.
But the storyline was pointless.
The storyline was like they just pulled a movie together because they like had no storyline, so they just randomly mashed something together, it felt like.
Yeah.
But
Couple of film geniuses here. Experts.
There you go, on our expert opinion. We seem deeply offended by it.
Yeah.
We'll finger something better to watch tonight.
Did you say we'll finger something better?
You heard what you wanted to hear.
That's funny, dude. That's funny. Hey, what do you say to people that say you shouldn't eat junk food?
Well, we're getting into a whole nutrition thing here, but in brief summary, at the end of the day, it's a calorie thing, right? And so today, with my I had 10 hours of work. I actually haven't been able to eat much today. I've only had 2 meals. I've had about 1,500 calories today, which is, it's about half what I need. So
that's not a lot. I reckon I would have eaten more.
Yeah, I haven't eaten much at all today. And sometimes that happens with work, and it's one of the difficult things about trying to manage work and recovery and training. And also just being smart. You don't eat it all the time. You know what you're eating. Yeah, like...
And is it that bad? It's just chicken and bread and lettuce.
Look, yeah, so from Red Rooster, we're literally just getting, like, it's like bread rolls, basically, with chicken. And chips, which it's not, you're not going to die. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
I had an eating disorder for a little while, and I was so obsessive about, not eating fast food or not eating, and yeah, it's just, look, it's actually okay. It's yummy. It's okay to enjoy yummy food. I'm about 4 months out from my next race, which is Ironman New Zealand, so I'm going to enjoy some Red Rooster. And yeah, the best thing I would encourage people to do is look at food as fuel, which it is. And when you're an endurance athlete, the number one thing is not being in a calorie deficit, because otherwise you're not going to recover. So, yeah, we're going to enjoy some Red Rooster.
Well, if you don't win New Zealand, it's because of tonight.
It's because on the 17th of November 2024, I ate Red Rooster. That I don't know what I did wrong.